just bring this decrement temperature to T1. Now this turn this knob to the capillary. Wait till it reaches a steady state for some time. We will see this temperature drop in minus, negative. So we need to wait till it reaches negative. That means at that point it has reached the steady state. You can see that the T4 has been decreasing. See this, T4 is decreasing. What is T4? The temperature after expansion. After expansion we know that the pressure and the temperature decreases. So the outcome after expansion, we see this and check whether it has reached the steady state or not. You can notice it is almost 0.8, 0.5, 0.2. Yes, you can see, notice these things. You have to wait till it reaches the steady state. So, yes. Once it has reached the steady state, now open your manual and start writing. Note down the points. It's a capillary valve. Next, T1. Go back and check for T1, T2, T3 and T4. This is minus 6.2. Then T5. This is water inlet temperature and water exit temperature. Water exit temperature. All this takes. Next, this is P1 and P2. We can note down the P1 value somewhere 20. P2 can be noted down. Next, again the time taken. So with this blink, yes, count for 10 blinks and we will get the value. So once this is done, we will just stop this and we'll note down the time. Next, compressor off, then compressor off, then you can switch off. Once the compressor is switched off, if you want to restart the compressor again, a minimum of 10 minutes gap has to be given. Now we will look into the calculation part. Let me start the calculation part. We have the tabular column, expansion and capillary. You can see that 20, 53, 18, 19.8, 57, likewise the temperatures T1, T2, T3, T4, T5 and pressure with PSI and in bar, converted to bar. Then this is again temperature T5 and T6. So with this, we'll start with the calculation part. First is, let me start with the expansion. Expansion is, see, WC is equal to MC into CTW, delta TW. Delta TW happens to be TW1 minus TW2. So if I substitute, what is MC? It is MC, we know that it is the rotameter value divided by 60. Cp is the specific heat of the water. Then delta T1, that is water temperature, we need to note it down, T5 and T6. If I substitute and get, this is WC. Then IPC is given by N into 3600 by EMC into T1. This is N, number of counts what we have taken, 10 into 3600 by EMC. This is the constant, energy meter constant we call it. EMC stands for energy meter constant. So there is a constant which is 6000 into the time taken or time which is obtained. We get this. So COP is equal to WC by IPC, that is work done by input, which gives us as 1.2. This is for the expansion. Now, coming to the capillary part, the same way we start calculating, then we get WC as 0.3176 watts. Then IPC again it is 0.076 watts. So COP will be equal to, this is 4.007. So this is with the experimental calculation. Coming to the theoretical calculations. If you look at this theoretical calculation, I told you that this is the refrigerant used is HFC 134A. So if you look at this HFC stands for hydrofluorocarbon and no chlorine content here, 134A. If you look at this graph, this is a separate pH diagram, we can say pressure enthalpy diagram. Based on this, I have to mark the points. What is this? I need to get from this chart H1, H2, H3 and H4. What is H1? H1 is the pressure P1 and temperature T1. Then corresponding values I have to get and get this pressure. Then you can see the temperatures here, pressure from this. So just drop down, you will get the enthalpy. We have marked something like this, see. So this is how we calculate. H2 is P2, T2. Then H3 we don't use normally. H4 we will be using. That is P2 into T4. And if at all if you require H3 for the calculation also, you can get it is again P1 into T1. So relative COP is given by H1 minus H4 by H2 minus H1. So this is a theoretical COP, not the relative COP. So theoretical COP is equal to 0.247. Now the relative COP, if you check how it will be, theoretical COP you have to find out, then the actual COP. Based on these two, we will be finding the relative COP. So next, the same thing holds good for the capillary also. You can see this. This is for the expansion. You can see we have found H1, H2, H3 and H4. Then find out the actual COP, experimental COP and the theoretical COP. With this relation, we will be finding the relative COP, and using this relative COP, we will get the answer, that is 0.247. So this is how we do the experiment of, or we find out the experiment of relative COP from the vapor compression refrigeration test string.